Hello, and welcome back to Chapter 8, Riverside Institute. In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Surprise! Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the latter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin laid inside. Irresistibly attracted A book covered in human skin lied inside, irresistibly attracted the detective. Please, write English. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. A book covered in human skin lay inside. Lying inside, irresistibly attracted the detective. The tenses are wrong. A book covered in human skin lying inside, irresistibly attracted the detective. That's present. That's just wrong. Anyway, I'm still being really picky about the English. It's what I do. It's my thing. Let's enter madness.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient,
Oh.
after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Huh. Alright, examine in drugged, call Fuller.
Very well. I'll examine
Let's
him.
take a look at him. Examine the dying patient.
Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So he's got something inside of him. Petechia is blood hemorrhaging, isn't it? So it's the kind of splotches that you get on the skin, which technically she wouldn't be able to see with the clothes on, but animation.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky.
Okay.
30-year-old subject, severe hypothermia.
Hypothermia.
Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Oh, right. Well, all of these are actually...
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
People have been eating the meat of... I'm going to call them deep ones. I don't know whether that's even vaguely accurate. I can't remember how deep ones are actually described in Lovecraftian lore. Or even if I'm referring to the right thing, because it's been a long time. I probably should have read up before starting to play this, just so I don't look like a fool. But if they're parasitic...
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail.
So something is sucking the moisture. When we bathed in the bath water went down.
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
Yeah, so the thing in his belly is amphibious, aquatic, sucking out all the moisture from his body, which is why he's so tired as well.
The muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
Are you sure?
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
So the water and the
Look at these
calcium is
sticky
being
rings
sucked
growing
out of
on his
him.
fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
His body is mutating.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the
Octopus.
human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations, and this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Yeah.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone. Nor
Mr.
your
Fuller?
insinuations.
Dr. Fuller?
I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
You're turning into a monster. I've never seen anything like this. The symptoms are worrisome.
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see.
Why?
I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say?
There we go.
How precise.
Told ya.
Cephalopod, perhaps.
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their
Oh.
life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Oof.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
Yeah, that was a
It was a
threat.
warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices.
And he could destroy our
Words
career.
have no weight against his.
Yeah.
If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Oh, good.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Oh, good. Okay, so Fuller has been using cephalopod, so octopus, squid-like thing, DNA or extracts or something, some kind of serum to treat.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
Yeah. Right, so yeah, we're not playing as Piers currently, so we don't get to look or use his stats or his investigative abilities. Nor do we need to hide.
This place draws you in and never lets you go.
Obey the rule of health.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
Yeah, something is speaking under the waves.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation.
Ventricular. So his lungs are...
Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Okay. I don't know anything about medicine of this kind.
Hay fever.
Hay
What's he
fever?
doing here?
It's almost like they've got a very limited number of models that they can be using.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Doctor, that you?
Oh, is he blind?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
Oh dear.
And that's how you broke your back.
Ow!
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out. I'll just sleep a bit more.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
That is unfortunate.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
Irene Sanders? The file described the state in which Irene Sanders entered the Riverside Institute as well as the treatment administered to her. Fuller added a handwritten note. He recommends to take her down to the psychiatric wing in order to provide her with the quiet and rest that she needs. Why is she here? And what the heck?
Mrs. Sanders?
Jeez. Either they've not animated her, or the animation's bugged out, or she is literally stone still. That's the broken back guy.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
But at what cost?
What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it.
Can't we pick it up? Ah, but we might have to come here later as Pierce, so we kind of know where things are.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
So why are people with insomnia being treated in the hospital?
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
Natural gas. Nobody in that bed. Hi.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination.
So they're going to sedate him.
He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding.
Ew.
White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Patient has been mistreated. I don't know what more we can do. Keep taking care of his wounds.
You did good work. The tranquilizer is kicked in. Now you can disinfect and bandage his wounds.
Thank you, Doctor. And as to his weight loss?
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia. In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
It'll be done.
I'm assuming that the options that they give you are medically accurate. Right. Looked at him. Right, I think that is all the patients looked at. Hi.
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
She's fine.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't
Hippocratic
make a
oath.
difference.
Heal all the patients. Wonderful. Can't cephalopods regrow lost limbs? Or am I just making that up? I might just be making that up. I'm not a physician or an anthropologist or a specialist in aquatic.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
Okay.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
The wing's full, sir. Badly.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
You're a bad liar. Why didn't you come to me instead? We already talked about that.
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only to me.
Oh,
right.
he's sweet on
I
her.
trust you. I'm happy to see you.
Me too, Ethan. Is that all?
Well, there might be something else. I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
There's a lot of it going around.
No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
Yeah.
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
Everyone.
We don't have any medication left.
Oh, there's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Some of the facial animations are a bit janky, but I mean that's how I would, I think, describe the game in general. There's a lot of.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
I think that there's a fairly small team that's worked on this game. This is definitely not a kind of big budget.
Dr. Colden.
I mean, they've got to have a reasonable budget to get the license, but I don't think it is a super massive endeavor. You know, it's not like there's 70 people or something.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory. Please, the fewer interruptions there are, the faster I'll be finished.
No worries. Locked? Yeah.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Oh, smoking. These guys are just waiting around. Boiler room.
I don't have any business in the boiler room.
But somebody's going to later.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
Don't know. Where am I going?
Dr. Colden.
Oh, this is...
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office.
Oh, that's Fuller's
But
office.
rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
Thanks.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
She was the one that we saw in the nightmare stroke, cutscene stroke, whatever it was. So we need to find a way to distract her. Reference book of medical sciences. Like a dictionary, this work references in alphabetical order all the medical sciences known and practiced in the modern world. Names of reference authorities are listed. O'Donovan, head nurse. All the desks got names on. No. So we need to find a way to get her out of there. Hold on. There's a changing room. Washroom? Something like that. A sign, actually. Men's bathroom? Yeah, let's not go in there. Pharmacy. Bathroom men. And this is us back into the main.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl.
What?
And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Silly goose.
Well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
This very interesting book aimed at wide public demonstrates how non-recognised sciences have influenced modern medicine, magnetism, grammar of the secrets, Chinese acupuncture. Yes. Again, I think a lot of these are only going to be useful if we get to come back here as...
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
As Pierce.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
See, these hidey closets can only be here because we're going to come back later. That guy is getting worse and worse. Right, I think we've done... everything I think we can. Can't go in there.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
So I think we saw that in kind of the hallucinogenic scene. October, Fuller. Strangely incomplete. Detail and treatment is not given. Does not respect standard practice.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I'll be going.
random woman.
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room.
But it's not there.
Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Oh. What you doing?
Do you want something?
A distraction. Not that kind of distraction.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation. Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
Right, so we need to get her out of the way.
The door to the boiler room is locked. We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Oh man, they've really got no supplies. The shelves are very, very bare. Uomo delicente. Human something or other. Or man something or other. This pseudoscientific work by Cesare Lombroso correlates an individual's morphology with his criminal predispositions. The seriousness of this study and the accuracy of the demonstrations can deceive an uninformed reader.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Why?
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
So Donovan is not allowing people to get the medicine.
Prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Prescription for barbiturates. Curiouser and curiouser.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Hello, Nurse Elizabeth.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
That could arguably be used as a distraction somehow. Washing chairs for patients who are a danger to themselves, I'm assuming. That's most likely going to be used later. Either get in or get out. Nurse.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Right. So now... where was the key? Oh no, that's what's his face's office. Don't want to go in that. This is a big place.
She's a witch, an old hag.
Ah, it was in the corner over here, wasn't it? See if I can get to the...
The key to the boiler room.
Right.
All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Ah. See, this is why we explore fully. Storage room. Where? Ooh. Where was the boiler room? There. Let's close that behind me for a second. Man, is this what boilers looked like in the 1920s? This is a mess.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
I need a tool. But Fuller's not around. Right. Have I seen any tools? I'm trying to remember now. As I said, exploring fully is good as long as you're looking for the right things.
She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up.
They do need
And I'm the one who
some...
pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Some more variety in dialogue, I think, wouldn't have gone amiss. Okay? No. Oh, is that the inventory woman? Is she finished in the store cupboard? Oh. She looks identical. Close. Close. Can't close. There is something hidden here. It's a monkey wrench. Find a tool. Okay. Now get into the boiler room. Oh. Got it. That should be the water shut off.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Sorry, Elizabeth. So, if we go into here now...
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Elizabeth, are you okay?
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
Ugh.
I can't take this, Marie. I
Aww.
feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
I feel really bad now. Right, but hopefully this means that we can...
At last. The missing files must be hidden here.
Right. Take a look-see.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
Oh god, I'll try that in a second. Mind you...
The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
Study of the Stendhal syndrome, a particularly rare mental illness. Subjects display mental disorders linked to an exposure to works of art. So he thinks that is why Sanders went mad.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
Right.
I've unlocked something. Patient files.
Interviews. This cylinder was hidden inside Fuller's office. He recorded his thoughts about one of the many psychoanalysis sessions he submitted Sarah Hawkins to.
Was right.
Oh, no, we still need to search Hawkins' office. Is there more? Or do we need to listen to them first? Oh!
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here?
That is not how you spell exceptional, incidentally.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key.
Something is in her blood.
Explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
Her abilities?
Why is Ethan on medication?
Who is Ethan? Oh, is Ethan Dr. Fuller?
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Is he working on himself as well?
James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate.
Oh, indeed.
The presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Hidden in plain sight?
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Partially burned shoe.
I must go back to the basement.
I'm a teensy bit confused, if I'm honest. So Sarah Hawkins is the key. I mean, we knew that, but is some horror going to find us down here? I wonder. That's a lovely trail of red. Oh, hello. Doctor?
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity.
Uh-oh.
It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
Oh. Whoa.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Oh, this is Algernon.
Round. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Or I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead.
No.
He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Marie.
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
Yes, please.
All right. All right.
Scholar of the unspeakable. This will affect your destiny.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go. Rescue the doctor.
Thank you, Drake.
Ooh. So the plot thickeneth. Car. And that takes us into... Oh, achievement unlocked, caught in the trap. Yeah, that bodes well, doesn't it? Okay, we'll find out what happens in... I'm trying not to read this. We'll find out what happens there tomorrow. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing. Remember to ring the bell to be notified when new videos go live. And until next time, toodle pip.